Londo, F.Saint-Lerouxx, back at you again. The thought exchange. Life is water. Water is life. What life means to me is living in full engagement. Think about that. If you're living your life in full engagement, that means you address what's going on within you. You address what's happening inside of you. You don't ignore it. Because the more you think you can ignore something, the more that it builds up, right? It's like dusting in the house, man. If you don't dust your house, if you don't clean your living space, well, guess what? Dirt accumulates, bacteria accumulates, and that could be a negative. So the more negatives that accumulate in your life, the more difficult it becomes to clean up from within. So when you look without, everything you may touch may not come out how you see it, or how you want it, or how you need it, no matter who you're with or who you're with not. Life is water, water is life. So let's say you're out there on the ocean all alone and you need to help yourself. How do you do that? There's two items in the water. Which one do you grab? You see, there's this big boulder over here while you're treading water. And that boulder represents addiction, selfishness, wastefulness, hatefulness, pride, jealousy, envy, distrust within yourself. It represents horrible decision making. Choices that you make that you know is wrong, but you go ahead and do them anyways. It's a rabbit hole that we all jump down from time to time, depending on who you are. All that ickiness, all the things that are made to bring you down as a being of light. And on the other hand, just floating in the water is a life vest that represents recovery, which is sobriety, which is love, which is understanding, which is compassion, comprehension, trust, humility, and just simply admitting when you're wrong, helping someone. Not because you're going to necessarily get something out of it, but for the simple fact that you're doing what's right because that's just the right thing to do. That's fulfilling. That's called joy. Those are positives. So on one hand, it's a negative, which is all of our baggage that we carry around. It tends to get heavier and heavier. It becomes a rock, a boulder, a mountain. Which one are you going to grab to prevent yourself from drowning? The rock? I mean, you may be able to tread water a little bit. Or the life vest. In other words, we all wear the cape. Only one person that can save you in this world is yourself. You are the Superman. You are the Superwoman. You are the master. You are the slave. Positives, negatives. The more positives you accumulate in your life, so the more life vest, the better chance you have of saving yourself from self. The more negatives you accumulate, the less chance you have to save yourself. Because then in that state of mind, you're expecting someone else to save you. That's not realistic. That's ludicrous. That's insane. That's crazy. That's insane. Like, who does that? I know I did. In my addiction, I did that in my addiction. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I ask yourself this. What are you gonna do to save yourself? Bring more positives into your life. Bring them into your life. The universe doesn't care about right or wrong. It doesn't care about good or bad. The universe operates on positives and negatives. And they all must balance themselves out. But what will you be? Will you be a multiplier or a subtractor and a divider? You tell me. What will you be? I know what I'm trying to be. I know what I gotta be. I know what I get to be. I know what I want to be. And I know what I choose to be. So what do you choose? Again, the water that you're in is life. You may tread water, but how will you tread it? Sometimes life can be choppy, like the sea. Sometimes it can be calm. Sometimes you might have to go against the current. Sometimes it's wavy. It's all types of climate in life. But how are you going to tread your water? You're going to be the rock? You're going to be the life vest? You tell me. Once again, this is the Thought Exchange. Rondo, Francis St. Lerouxx.